Hey there! Let's look at another one of my personal pens, and this pen is fairly recent, so you may have seen the review fairly recently. I was contacted, I'm really going to make a stab at this, but I'm sorry, by Mikau. Mikau. I'm going to go with Mikau. I'm sorry. I need to hear someone say it, but everybody keeps giving me phonetic. Anyway. Mikau is in Poland, and he is the founder of Tamenuri studio, and he does urushi work. And he said at some point, he contacted me and said, can I send you a pen? I said, sure. And I was very, very pleasantly surprised. So here we have the pen, and you can see it's very, very shiny because it's covered with urushi. So the story is the pen was made in India. It's a Ranga number 5, a model 5. And Mikau has applied urushi on it. Now, it's really bright light, which is the overexposure of my forehead, but don't look at my head, look at the pen. With this light, in this light you can really see that nice green line there, as well as the green on top of the cap, right? Lovely bright day. And that is very interesting. So that's the type of urushi he does. Now, if you want to learn about that specific technique, I go into much more detail in the actual review of this pen. Today I wanted to talk about this being one of the personal pens videos, why I like this pen so much. Well, there are a few reasons. First and foremost, I think Mikau's work with urushi is excellent. I think it's just excellent. It's all I can say. I have seen a lot of urushi pens, and I really think that he has nailed it. He has nailed the technique. It's all there. It looks exactly how it should look, and the more he practices, the better it will get. He posts stuff on Instagram that is, I find it breathtaking, so that's very, very impressive. Second thing is, he knows me, he's watched my videos for a long time, he knows I like larger pens. Well, this is a large pen. I don't know if you get a good idea of scale, but this is a Pilot Metropolitan. This is a very large pen, okay? Made by Ranga in India, which means it's made by hand, and I think it even posts, which is disturbing. Now, I wouldn't post it just because of the urushi lacquer. Also, I really don't think anyone needs to post a pen this size. Anyway, I love the pen itself. It's very comfortable. It's a large pen. It's beautiful, but the urushi adds something to it, makes it even more fun as a pen. So that I really enjoy. That I really appreciate. And I think it's really neat that Mikau is practicing this technique outside of Asia. Not the only one, but is bringing that technique to the West in the broader sense of the word, which I think is nice. It's nice to have skilled craftspersons who can do this outside of Japan, outside of past China, etc. So I think that is very interesting. Now, because I love it so much, I had to keep it. Like this was, and he sent it to me as a gift, which is a good thing because he wouldn't have got it back anyway. That's true. But I find myself using it a lot and reaching for it a lot. Yes, it's very big, but it's comfortable enough. And it's just, there's just something to it. Like the quality of the work really adds to my enjoyment of the pen. A very pleasant write. I'll show you that in the writing sample. And it was a gift, and a gift makes it special, right? It just does. Like that's how those things work. So I'm very much enjoying this pen. I love using it. I love the way it feels. I love the way it's balanced. I love the way it writes. And it looks really, really good. I mean, again, look at how shiny this is, right? It's very shiny. Very, very nice. And I just love it. So, there you have it. There's no sort of deeply emotional story that goes years back to this pen, so this video is not super long, and I know it, but that's just because I've only had it for, well, a number of months now. But I'm just super enthusiastic. And I do endorse his work simply because it is so high quality. And I think it's also, well, not my duty, but I also think it is kind to point that out. This is someone who is working hard, who has made, honestly, has made almost a graduate level studies of urushi based on everything he can tell you about it. That's just amazing. So I love it. Let's see the pen in action. Mikhail, again, thank you so much, because I really enjoy it, and it's, don't think this goes unused. This is used a lot on a daily basis, pretty much. So thank you. Let's look at the pen. Okay, so writing with the Tamenuri Studio. I don't believe there's a model name yet, so I'll just put in the name of the pen. It's a Rangan number 5, model 5, etc. The nib is a B.R.E double broad, and the ink is sbrebrown, of course. Okay, so writing with this pen, very pleasant. Smooth, wet, delicious. It's just a very pleasant writing experience. I know what that is. A little hard to write this fast because it's a massive pen. Anyway, perfect ink flow, wetness, all there. Line variation, it's not a flex nib, so you might be able to squeeze a bit out of it, but it's not a flex nib, it's just a steel nib, right? It's just a wonderful, lovely pen, and I have really found myself to grow really fond of it. The craftsmanship on the pen is, oh, I'm so sorry, I dropped the cap. The craftsmanship on the pen is really nice. Very well made product. And then there is the urushi, which just adds a whole different layer. See what I did there? A whole different layer to this pen, and it's just really good. And I love the way this was constructed. I love the way it was lacquered. It's done with great skill on both accounts. It's a very pleasant writer. Yes, it should have a number 8 nib, but that's something for the future. For now, I don't think there's anything wrong with this. It writes very well, very pleasantly. So I love it. I love it. And this is one definitely for the personal collection.